What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, I want to talk to you about what I think about the markets right now. Of course, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a professional TA chart analyst. But anyways, at the end of the video, guys, I want to talk about a couple of potential airdrops as well that could be coming up, and some dApps you should play around with. But first, I want to talk to you guys about the markets first. I was explaining this in the Discord as well in one of the private videos I did, and my thoughts, well, it looks very similar to what happened in the past. I mean, literally, it's playing out just like everything is literally matching up like almost to a T. It's kind of scary, but I'll explain my thoughts, and I kind of want to phrase it like this first. So we are at all-time highs in stocks, all-time highs in cryptocurrency, all-time highs in real estate, basically all-time highs in everything. And then you have two of the biggest billionaires selling more stock than they ever had. I don't know, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just talking about different things. I mean, in reality, this could just be a consolidation to go to the moon. But eventually, what goes up must come down. You know that song. What goes up must come down. You guys know what I'm talking about. So let me show you this chart. So here, as you can see, it kind of had the first pump, a drop back a little bit. This was around the this was around the 40K mark. And then we had a massive run up. So this was the same scenario here. This is the first touch. Things happen in threes, guys. They happen in three all the time. It's just a magic number. Wonder Omi's picked 3-3. You can see this is the first tap right here. As well as here, this was the first tap. We retrace all of it. We retraced. Then we had the second tap. Here's the second tap. Retrace. Retrace. Same junk, different day. I'm not saying we're going to dump from here. I'm not saying we're going to pump from here. But what I'm trying to phrase is it doesn't always match exactly the same, but it often rhymes. So as you can see here, this is our second tap. It's kind of like saying, hey, hello, Johnny, you up there? We're very euphoric. Everyone's being greedy right now. In fact, you can look at some Twitter comments and people are like, oh, what the snap? I got like $10 in this air. Dude, you got $10 for an airdrop. Good for you. I didn't get nothing. And then it's like, you didn't get nothing. You aren't entitled to anything, dude. Chill out. And then it's like, man, everyone's so vicious. Just take it easy. I mean, guys, if you don't get an airdrop, it's okay. I mean, there's a reason it's called an airdrop. That's like going to Christmas Day and Susie or your sister, whatever, she gets the best gift ever. And then you scream and yell at your parents because they only gave you $100 when they gave her 500. You got $100. Chill out, dude. Just be happy with what you have. I mean, it's just the entitled nature of our time. Sometimes it just steams me, but it is what it is. So second tap. Now I'm thinking there may be a third tap, and then a dump, and then a relief pump, and then a drop off. So you will have a chance to get out if it plays out like this. In my opinion, now would be the time to be like, knock, knock. Hey, this is dumpage knocking on your door. Just letting you know, like, hey, it might be a good idea to start getting some stable coins. So that way you can pick up some coins as they get a lower price. Look, I know, I love being euphoric. I love being able to go to the moon, but I just want to talk about some reality. It's just one of those things that if you're always pumping it to the moon and you have all these YouTubers just telling you like, hey, we're going to the moon, hey, we're going to the moon, and you see it go down, it's very emotional on people. You can't be attached to your coins. You have to make the right decisions. And a lot of times I get attached to them and I can't do anything about it. I mean, it just is what it is. But take a look for that third tap. If you guys are fully leveraged into crypto, think about taking some off and getting some for a lower price. Not financial advice, I'm just telling you. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking some off and then seeing it go to the moon and still having some to be able to participate in that. But what if it dumps? Do you want to hold 100% of your cryptocurrency or 100% in a crypto asset that's going to go down 90% when you could have just stabled up and literally doubled, quadrupled, or whatever your position on the way down? Let me explain how this works. Say you have an altcoin selling at $3 or trading at $3. You sell it at 3 and you buy it back at 1. You technically bought it at 3 and sold it at $9 because you 3x'd your position and you 3x'd your bags. So now if you sell it at 3, buy it at 1, the same exact position, the coin just has to go back up to $3 and you triple your money. That's how you can understand how you can play in these markets. I don't trade much. I don't do much trading at all. But when you see a chart pattern like this, it's kind of like, hello, hello, the signs in the market are nuts and ham right now. I'm not saying it's not going to pump. I mean, every YouTuber and every person in the world is saying it's going to pump. So what I'm saying right now is kind of contradicting what they're saying. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see what happens. Just wanted to explain my thoughts. Now let's go ahead and talk about what I actually wanted to talk about. Is a couple protocols you guys can play around with to get some airdrops. I'm announcing more than just these on the channel in Discord, but these are some that you guys can play around with. The first is Fuji DAO. So Fuji DAO is on Fantom and on Ethereum. It's actually a really cool protocol. It's a lending aggregator. What does this mean? Well, it basically means it will get you the best rates for borrowing or lending your coin. That is pretty fire sauce. How would this work? Say, for example, you're on Aave and you can lend your ETH out for $1 or 1% APR or 2% APR. And you're like, great, that's awesome. But in order to borrow some stable coins, it's like 15% APR. Now you're like, what the snap? This is trash. Why am I going to lend here? Or better yet, what you can do is there's another protocol, or I'm sorry, not 1%, but saying it's 10% APR in Aave. So you're making 10%, but you're also having to pay 15% to borrow. Now they have another protocol on, let's say, Geest Finance or on BenKey, and they're actually paying you 1% for lending out your ETH. However, you can borrow stables at 5%. So you're like, I could pay less, but I'm also earning less. Oh, I don't know what to do. So this is what Fuji DAO does, is it allows you to lend your tokens and you can borrow it for the best rates. Look at this. You can get 3.4% on DAI. Like, that's what you'd have to pay to borrow DAI. That's pretty fire sauce in my opinion. So I would recommend at least trying these protocols. That way, if there is a token, I mean, I'm not saying to borrow a bunch. I'm not saying to borrow none because I don't know how the airdrop is going to work if there is an airdrop, guys. I'm not saying there's an airdrop, but at least play around with some Fuji DAO. It is on Ethereum as well. They may do the airdrop to the Ethereum mainnet people. I just don't want to play around the gas fees. So it's one of those things. I'll throw $1, $2 at it. If I get an airdrop, great. If I don't, it is what it is. That's how it rolls. The next one is Greenwood Router. Greenwood Router is pretty cool. So this one is on Arbitrum and on Ethereum. So I'm going to go ahead and swap onto Arbitrum. That way you guys can kind of see what's up. So if you guys go on Arbitrum, you guys can kind of see what they're doing over here. It's kind of cool. Basically what you can do is you can deposit Ethereum or wrap Bitcoin, I believe it is. You can deposit a couple of different assets and you can borrow another token. So it basically is similar to like Aave, but instead it's just like Fuji DAO. It gives you the best borrow rates. It also, you can do this on Abracadabra Money, but they already have a token, so play around with this. I would say maybe you can possibly get a airdrop. There's a ton of blue chip DeFi protocols that don't have a token, that just playing around with them will give you a massive airdrop. Let me give you Paraswap, for example. All you had to do was make a couple swaps throughout a 6-month time period, or actually about a 12-month time period at different intervals. So it wasn't just like one and done, but if you did a couple swaps, it could have just been $1 from here and there. And you could have got up to 15, actually at the time at its all-time high, it was up to $20,000. Hang on, let me rephrase that. You could have made a couple of swaps for $1, $2, $3, let's just call it $200 in gas fees. And you could have gotten paid $20,000. That's crazy. It's kind of cool. So Greenwood Router is a cool protocol to try. It's similar to Fuji DAO. Fuji DAO, Greenwood, those are both lending aggregators. The next one I would say to try is DexGuru. DexGuru is actually a swapping protocol. So it's not like Uniswap or, I don't know, QuickSwap. It's more so like Slingshot Finance or Serum, where it actually has more like professional UI. It has all the charts on there, has the trading volume, it has all the junk in front of you, and you literally just buy and sell directly through the platform, and it shows you all the previous trades. It's kind of cool, kind of interesting to see, but maybe play around with DexGuru. It is a cool Medium article or a publisher you guys can subscribe to on Medium. It's Defi Calendar, and they constantly come out with this junk like across protocol. I would recommend at least swapping with them. Of course, it's not financial advice, but the swapping mechanism and the smoothness of it, it's amazing. It took like a minute, and it was so easy. Shout out to Across Protocol, did a great job. Something like Casio. So they have a bunch of different ones that you can try. They even have a website called airdrops.io, and you can figure out like, hey, can I get an airdrop? What can I do? Da 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 da. You guys get the point. And you can kind of gain these airdrops. Of course, it is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but basically those are a couple of DeFi protocols you can use in order to possibly get an airdrop. Again, I want to make this video mainly wanting to explain my thoughts on the market. Of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do have eyes, and this looks really familiar with the previous, I guess you can say, Wycoff distribution that happened in the past. Just keep it in mind, keep it on your radar. I'm not saying it's going to do that. It could just do a double tap and then just go to the moon. I mean, everyone's saying it's going to go to the moon, so why not? I mean, sometimes it's one of those things where it's self-fulfilling prophecy. And then other times it's like, what the snap? I'm going to use reverse psychomolology on you and see what happens. So here's a couple of options you guys can use to position yourself. If you guys are heavily in altcoins, just think to yourself, do you want to hold those bags 2, 3 years, 4 years for it to possibly get back to the same place it was? If you're fine with that, then you can make a decision that way. Another option, would you be comfortable with your bag just going to zero and never coming back? Think about that. Is that a good option? Do you like that? Would you be comfortable if you sold now and it just goes 10x to the moon? Something to keep in mind. Would you be comfortable if you sold half of it and it went up 10x and you still get to partake in that ride, just not as much? Would you be comfortable if you sold half of it, it went way down, and you're just happy you sold some at the position it was at, and you have some stables to buy some more stuff, and the other position went to zero? Just think about it. Those are a couple of decisions you can make. If you guys want to jump in the Discord to see what I'm doing, see different farms I'm in. Yeah, we do like to talk about airdrops from time to time. Those are always fun. You guys can join the Discord in the description below. It is the Patreon link. Let's go and leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Proverbs chapter 14 verses 12. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. That's so true, man. We always think we're right, but in the end, I guess we're not. Guys, I also want to make a disclaimer. I am not bearish on the market overall. I'm bearish short term, like with all the froth and all the entitlement. It's odd. Like something inside me is like feeling like something's weird. Like we need a reset. I don't know. It could keep going on for years and years, but time will tell. We'll see what happens. But overall, long term, I'm bullish crypto. Like if you guys are in a position to where you're in some larger coins, me personally, there's nothing wrong with literally just coming back 3 or 4 years later and saying, wow, that's what CoinGecko looks like? Whoa, this coin? I never heard of this. Whoa, this coin that I was looking at that was like 100x gains? What the snap? I don't even see it on the charts anymore. Believe me, just talk to some people from 2017, 2013, or not 2013, but like 2016. Ask them about a couple of coins from the ICO boom and be like, bro, do you remember this coin? And people are going to be like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's crazy. A lot of people were like, yeah, this is going to be the best. This is the best. This is the best. This is going to be so cool. And it ends up not being that cool. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Food for thought. See you guys in the next one. You guys can also catch me on Tweeters. It's at Rent a Home Fast. Like literally at Rent a Home Fast.